Let's talk about the latest hotfix for Wayfinder, as well as some information about new content coming to the game soon. So there was a patch this last weekend that was supposed to address the XP issues that a lot of people are experiencing, as well as fixing some issues with the inventory system, allowing us to finally sell accessories, and a partial upgrade to the Echo system so that the Echo screen will actually function at a reasonable rate by allowing us to get rid of all the echoes that we just have piling up. So originally the idea was to limit you to having 100 accessories and to having 300 echoes. They have since made some adjustments to that system already, and echoes are now capped at 600. So you can have a total of 600 echoes, but we're still limited to 100 accessories. One of the other issues with the accessory system was that if you were vendoring your accessories, it would only lock you from vendoring the accessories that were on the Wayfinder you were actively playing at that time. So if you were playing multiple Wayfinders, any of the accessories equipped to your other Wayfinders could be vendored. They have since made an adjustment so you no longer vendor any accessories equipped to any Wayfinders. That's going to help quite a bit. I know that sounds like a small change to that whole system, but that is going to help so much with managing your accessories now, because now you no longer have to worry about vendoring all the accessories on your alternative Wayfinders or your other Wayfinders. This should let a lot more players be able to get their accessories down way under that 100 cap so that you're not having to run to the vendor quite as often. I think the best way to manage your inventory for accessories for right now is going to be equipping the best accessories for each of your builds on your different Wayfinders, going through and just vendoring everything else. Then after playing for a while, you can go through and see if you've got any upgrades. If not, just go through and vendor everything again. I know this is still not an ideal situation, but it's substantially better than what we had from the last patch. Now, the big thing a lot of people were complaining about was that the XP portion of that patch did not go through. That has been addressed. The XP increases are now there. So mini bosses are going to give you 1.5 times more XP than before, and bosses are going to give you 3 times more XP than before. This should help substantially in the leveling up process. Now, I haven't got a chance to test this yet. I'm going to do some evaluations this weekend on what the best way to farm XP is with these changes in place, and try to get a video out on that as soon as possible. And then the last thing to talk about as far as this hotfix goes is Silo's 3 points into Firebomb will no longer DC or crash the game. Now, just to clarify though, this is fixing the bug that was introduced in the last patch. This is not fixing the 3 points into Firebomb. So Firebomb with 3 upgrades on it still does not work. That 3rd point is not doing you any good. So still try to avoid putting that 3rd point into the skill because it's not going to do anything. At least now it's not going to crash the client or anything either. Hopefully they'll get that addressed in a future patch here pretty soon, and we'll be able to use that 3-point Firebomb successfully instead of it just sitting there not doing anything. For the new content, guys, we have our first live event coming to Wayfinder. This is going to include some new quest chains, a new boss to fight, and a total event system kind of going on where you're going to be exploring some stuff in the Highlands. Now, when they drop this update, I fully expect them to be releasing those 4 weapons that were shown off earlier as well, but the new Wayfinder will not be in this update. The new Wayfinder will be launching at the start of Season 2, so don't get your hopes up about that coming out anytime soon. We're still about a month and a half away from the start of Season 2. But during this live event, it should give us some new quest chains, a new boss, and some stuff to farm out in the Highlands. The one thing I'm curious about with this live event is if this new boss is going to stick around for a while, or if this boss is going to be a temporary thing. That's my one concern about it, because if it is a temporary thing, what kind of stuff is that boss going to drop that we're not going to be able to get until this event rolls back around again? If you guys want to check out more information about the whole event, of course, have that link in the video description so you guys can check that out. Let me know what you guys think about the event in the comment section down below. And until next time, guys, happy hunting.